I'll have to do it again later.
Yeah,
I know. We'll toast at the end.
Okay.
Wait,
so
yeah, we're recording now.
Okay. For those of the people that are just joining us, we are touching base on the Health Bet Challenge. So I just wanted to kind of do a recap of how it all works. So whether you are running your own challenge or you're jumping in on mine or Jamie's or partnering up with another coach, you want you and your customers to basically do 3 things to qualify for the BeachBody prize money. So number 1 is that you want to be a part of a health bet group, and it has to run from the dates of January 9th through February 5th. And the second thing is that you have to log your Shakeology uses 5 times at least. It's a minimum of 5 times per week. But when you do your Shakeology entry, you must include a photo. So if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, but it doesn't have to be a selfie of you with your Shakeology, just a picture of your Shakeology. So if you're a little camera shy or you're not feeling it that day, just take a picture of your Shakeology glass. It doesn't have to be you in it, but at least 5 times per week, you need to log your Shakeology pictures. And then 3 times per week, you have to log one of your workouts. And ideally, it's going to be one of your BeachBody workouts. So hopefully, even if you're doing other activities, you're including BeachBody as part of it. So you're going to do the 5 Shakeologies per week, 3 workouts per week, and you're going to log that for 4 weeks. So starting the week of January 9th, the week of January 16th, January 23rd, and then January 30th. And if it's, I think I'm speaking correctly, but I think that the app now will actually remind you on Thursday night. If you have not done your entries for that week, it'll kind of send you a reminder like, hey, make sure you get it in. So that way you make sure you have all 5 of your entries in before the end of that week. So the week does run Monday through Sunday. So as long as you're hitting the 5 Shakeologies, the 3 workouts, and you do it for the 4 weeks in a row, then you're eligible for the prize money. So that's the biggest thing as far as I'm aware of what's going on with BeachBody, and the health bet is going to be your big one. So even if we start tomorrow and you guys are ready, but even if you have some challengers that may not have accepted the challenge yet, there's still time, especially with that new all access pass. They can definitely start the workouts right away. And if they have access to Shakeology, they can start right away. Or if they already have some on hand, like say they were one of your customers and then kind of fell off and they want a way to get rid of that Shakeology, have them join you. And if they haven't ordered on time, they might not receive it on time to be eligible for the BeachBody prize money, but you can still include them in the group and have them just be a part of the whole accountability and the camaraderie of the health challenge. So I think it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Yay. And you talked about the all access challenge pack. This has completely changed the way I coach. And Jennifer has been very successful with the all access pass challenge pack.
a lot of words.
Did I say that right? Anyway, so she's had a lot of success, and I think, and I'm starting to get a lot of great conversations, because now it's not you buy the 21-day fix challenge pack. Now what? Well, now you got to buy a whole nother program because you're bored with 21-day fix. But you know what? Insanity Max 30 is awesome. You should try it. Now they have to buy Insanity Max 30, where now you can say, look, just sign up for the all access, and now we can talk about any program. So now we can do so much more, and I can have a much better way of coaching you through this whole year. So now we have a whole year to really reach your goals, not just 21 days, not just a month at a time, a couple months at a time. Now I can help you the whole year, and you have access to, don't forget those cooking shows. I know Joni's daughter is,
my 3-year-old daughter loves them.
That's awesome.
But when people are asking about the, whether if they have the club membership or not, it doesn't matter. Just say, hey, do you have access to BeachBody On Demand? Because if they're asking about the containers and how to use the containers. Say, oh, if you have access to BeachBody On Demand, I forget if you do or not, but they have the foundational videos. That way it kind of lets them know, and it reminds you too that, oh yeah, that's right, there's the whole cooking show. Like, it's not just the workouts. Those foundational videos teach them how to use the containers, because it's really hard. We're so busy during the day that it takes a lot of energy and effort to like stop what we're doing and say, okay, this is how you this is how you do this. This is how you meal prep. You know, the resources are there. We don't have to create our own. This is one of my downfalls. One of my downfalls is one of the things that I waste time doing is creating all this stuff from scratch, where BeachBody has it all for us. Like, we don't have to create things from scratch. Don't be crazy like me and try to like create meal plans from scratch and create, you know, all these videos and stuff. BeachBody has it for you. So don't overwhelm yourself with trying to create, you know, all this stuff. Remember that BeachBody On Demand has, sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. BeachBody On Demand has so much of that taken care of for us, like the nutritional guides and everything. So it's not just the workouts. There is so much more to it that I feel adds to the value. So those all access is a game changer for the way we can coach people, because then it's not like we're salespeople. Now we're actually coaches, because salespeople try to get you to the next sale, you know, where now the all access, we're not getting them to the next sale and, oh, here's the next program to buy. Now it's, you own it all. Let's get you results, you know? So I was so excited. And so, but we still need to make money as coaches, let's be honest, right? So the studies that they did, like kind of looking back, that more people, when they didn't do the club membership, they stayed on track with their Shakeology. It was something like that, where they stayed on track with their Shakeology and they kept going with their Shakeology when they didn't have to pay that club membership.
Oh, the $40?
That $40. It was like, yeah. I don't know how many people that you guys have come into contact with where they buy their challenge pack, they forget about that $40, and they're like, why am I getting charged $40 and Shakeology? I'm going to cancel Shakeology. This is too expensive. I'm canceling everything. Where now they pay for the year that Shakeology charge isn't as big of a deal because they don't have that $40 charge as well. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It gives them the ability that if they don't do it every 30 days, they could do it every 60 or every 90 days for the Shakeology, and it doesn't seem as bad because they're not also paying that quarterly fee. So if they're not actively doing a program, then it's not as bad. And it allows them to jump back in without having to buy a whole new program.
Exactly. Exactly. So this, you guys, if you haven't gotten on board with the all access, I am telling you from experience, this is like amazing. Absolutely amazing. Because at first I was like, man, nobody's going to buy any programs. Nobody's going to buy any challenge packs. But there's going to be more people buying the all access challenge packs down the road, and they're going to continue to get into it.
And it's just going to get more expensive.
What?
It's just going to get more expensive too. So, leverage it now, and then, you're building that up. But as the prices go up, you're still building your momentum to sell them. So
right. Yep.
That's awesome.
Okay, so tonight is all about not just goal setting, because I'm sure we've all kind of written down goals or thought about goals. That's easy, right? So tonight is all about the steps and some ideas on how to actually achieve those goals. So some of the reasons why there's many reasons why people don't achieve their goals, right? So it comes from the goals being way too big, right? So your goals are just way too big and they're too broad. There's no actionable steps that you can take to achieve them. You're just like, I want to be diamond, okay? Okay, that sounds great. I want to be a diamond coach, or I want to buy a boat. right? Like that's my goal this year. I want to buy a boat, or I want to go on vacation. That all is great. Those are great goals to have, but how do we get there, right? What we got to make them like SMART goals, right? Like specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So a goal needs to be specific. Okay, you want to buy a boat, right? It needs to be measurable. So you need to be able to measure out how to get there. And the way I think of measurable is, like a measuring stick, right? So on a measuring stick, there's different inches and centimeters and everything to get all the way, like a yardstick, right? To get all the way to that yard, there's a lot of measurements you have to attain before you get all the way to that yard. Does that make sense? So I think of it as measurable. So you can measure each step, each like small step that you take to get towards that big goal. And is it really attainable? Like, are you really, could you really get that boat? If you're thinking, a yacht in a year, maybe not, but you never know, you could. But, things like that. And then, so making it attainable, realistic, time bound. So setting up, okay, in 60 days, I want to have this amount of money in the bank. How do you get that amount of money? So having steps to get to those little goals to get to your big goal, right? So we kind of know all this. This is stuff that everybody always talks about. But how in the world do you actually achieve those? Like, how do you achieve those little steps? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is some of the tips that Joni and I have, and some things that we've done to get to some of the successes that we've had. I saw that, Jennifer. But anyway, I love it. It's real, right? This is real.
Yeah, real.
So, what we've done and what we've been able to accomplish or whatever, and we've failed along the way. We haven't. This is not perfect, right? And we're not saying that everything that we've done has been perfect. Joni and I have been in the business forever, and a lot of people that have, I say forever, but for a couple years now, and a lot of people that have been there, this long, they've achieved more than us. So why are we, talking about this? Well, we've learned a lot in the process. We've gained a lot of knowledge, and we've won some and lost some. You know what I mean? So we're trying to focus on the things that we've won, not so much the things that we've lost at. But it's good. We learn when you fail, and when you feel like you failed, it's just learning blocks, right? So none of us are going to achieve everything that we set out for as fast as we'd like to. And that's okay. Because as long as we're learning in the process, as long as we are trying to look for the silver lining and look for what we can do to get better in the future, things like that, I think we are going to be so much more successful in the end than if we just focus on the negative. So Joni is going to talk about some of her amazing success, stuff that I am like so jealous about. I'll be honest. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you do it? So she's going to tell us how she did it and give us some tips. And then I'm going to talk about some stuff too. And then we'll wrap it up with some Q&A. How does that sound?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, I actually had a good past couple years with BeachBody, but when Jamy talks about that we've been coaches forever, I feel like I have been a coach forever, and probably, I think this is my 5th year, so 5th year plus. So that's kind of an old coach in a lot of the lines of some of the newer coaches that have been super successful and really fast. But I just want to rewind and say, like, my goal when I first started was solely to be a discount coach. So when people are like, oh my gosh, you're my coach, like, why should I, trust in and believe you if it's taken you long to do certain things? Well, the reason being is that my goals were not to grow a huge team right away. And I have an awesome full-time job that I love, and BeachBody was just a hobby of mine. But then a couple years ago, something clicked that I just really I really wanted to do more. I had some friends that saw I had really good results with the ultimate reset, and they were like, hey, what do you do? And I want to do that too. And once they had great results and I saw the ripple effect that I could have, I was like, okay, there is something to this coaching thing. So even though as a discount coach for a lot of years, something finally clicked. So a couple years ago, I had it in my head that I really wanted to make it non-negotiable that hitting Success Club was going to be one of the steps to basically getting the business building started. But even though I was able to do that, and my main focus, and this is kind of, I'm trying to keep it informal with still having some little notes here, but I just really wanted to point out to you guys that hitting I can't even say it. Success Club is super cool, but don't lose focus on what you're trying to do. What we're doing when we hit Success Club is actually like every 2 points that you get to this point has represented a person that you're helping. And so for a while, I was doing really great at that, helping 3 new people every month achieve their goals. But I think one of the biggest steps that really allowed me to meet that goal was finding a success partner. So pairing up with Jamy, somebody that was from another team. So not somebody who's your upline or your downline coach, but somebody, she's on the Extreme Dynasty, but we're not on, like the same, I think you're on a different leg of Stevens anyway. But just finding somebody that had similar goals, but where she excels, which is the creativity and the organization. She's really great at drawing in new coaches. For me, I was really strong at the retail side and I don't want to say selling, but sharing, our programs with other people. Being in the fitness industry, selling fitness is not a hard thing for me to do. And, trying to share Shakeology was definitely helpful. But my missing link, I think, was Jamy, and just connecting with somebody that had strengths where I had weaknesses, and somebody that was able to push me to go outside of the box and find different ways of reaching people. So making Success Club non-negotiable was the huge thing. And I didn't want to set, I'm going to be SE10, which is a great goal for most people. But for me, working full time, hitting SE5 was my attainable goal that she talks about. So just kind of simplifying it, helping 3 new people per month was all I needed to do. So, the first thing is find a Success Club partner. The second thing is making hitting Success Club non-negotiable, but rewording it instead of making a number of hitting Success Club, helping 3 new people per month. Now, with talking about this all access challenge pack that we have, that's a full mouthful. But what they do for coaches is if it's a new person getting this all access challenge pack with Shakeology, they're awarding coaches 3 Success Club points. So even if you have somebody who's purchased a challenge pack from you in the past, if they kind of fell off and then they decide to rejoin with this new pack and you've already gotten 2 points from that person before, BeachBody is still rewarding you that 1 more point. So you're still going to get a total of 3 points if they're utilizing this all access challenge pack. So that's super cool. So that's only 2 people that you have to focus on helping. So at least I know for January and February, set your goals and attainable, small little chunks, and then you can build on that, but focus on 2 new people that you can help. One of the things, and I don't want to get into all the points I'm bargaining, but when I made it non-negotiable, and I'll tell you a little bit about part of that being a little bit of my downfall as well. But if you have somebody who is a repeat challenger, and actually Tammy and Kim were both repeat challengers of mine before they became coaches. But one of the things you can do when you're trying to achieve that Success Club, when they're not ready to become coaches yet, but they're wanting to get that savings with a challenge pack, and it's going to be a little bit different now with that all access challenge pack, but having their spouse purchase a challenge pack is that new customer. So that person is still utilizing it, keeping it in the family, but that's another way to get new Success Club points. So we'll save that for another call. But that was another way that I kind of utilized working with repeat challengers, but having them use their spouse or another family member to still get those new Success Club points. So that was pretty helpful. But I wanted to touch on the third point of I had some awesome goals of, I actually hit what they call Success Club All-Star, which is when you achieve Success Club 5 at least 12 months in a row. So then I thought, okay, if I could do this for 12 months in a row, I'm going to go 24 months, and I want to be a Success Club legend. So that was something that was on my dream board, and I actually got to 18 months before I lost it. And one of the reasons that I attribute losing that goal to was because I was so focused on Success Club and hitting numbers, and I was looking at numbers instead of looking at people. And I lost sight of why I started this in the first place. And I became, I would say, a hobby coach at first, because I was helping other people, helping my friends, and then helping my friends' friends, and that domino effect. But I really got so caught up in rank advancement and trying to achieve diamond. I would get to the point where I had coaches under me. One would hit emerald, and then the coach on my other side would hit emerald, but then the one on the other leg just lost their rank, and it was such a game of me getting caught up on, I lost diamond. And I was so focused on rank and so focused on Success Club that I forgot about why I started this in the first place. So that's the biggest thing that I wanted to kind of touch base with you guys on tonight, was to make sure that you're not losing sight. And even my cheers, I'll do my toast at the end, but really staying true to your integrity and your character and why you're doing this. So if you remember, even working with me, some of you guys that were a little bit hesitant to become a coach initially, you needed to see the programs working for you and find something in you that you connected with, that really made you successful with the BeachBody programs and products. And so just remember what worked for you, and, keep your customer and their goals and their reasons why, not what your goals and your reasons for working the business are. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys focus on the people. And I know that you're going to hear that over and over again. But that's basically it. So find a partner that holds you accountable, making sure that Success Club is non-negotiable, but focusing on making Success Club about the people and not about the numbers or the rank. So that's all I have.
Good job, Joni. And it's so funny because although our stories are a little different, the same theme carries through. So I came into this business. I was a Shakeology customer for a year. Because I did not want a business. I had been in network marketing before. I was terrible at it because, it just wasn't me. Like even though I've been in pharmaceutical sales and been in like sales most of my life, I don't like that. I don't like being, feeling like icky, And so I didn't want to get involved. I just wanted to drink my shake and lose weight. And so when my husband started drinking my shake, I needed the discount. So I was like, okay, and I know I need to work out because I had plateaued, whatever. So I signed up mainly for the discount. And then I went to a Super Saturday, and hook, line, and sinker, I was like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. The heart of this company, the integrity of the products, and just the lifestyle, it totally fit what I wanted my life to be like. I loved the people. I loved the energy. I loved that people care. Like, people had such heart and such passion to help people. So I was like, I want to help people. So I just started sharing everything, and I got to diamond in like 6 months or something ridiculous. But I built it like it was like a deck of, it was just all based on discount coaches. So as soon as I reached that lifetime diamond, I lost it. And then I was like emerald for like a year or something. So, cause I really wanted the creative, like Joni talked about the creative stuff. I was like, well, I feel like I need to have, all of these, this is why I told you not to do this. I want to have all of these like cool forms and these cool like meal plans and this cool like training and, for this team that that's all discount coaches that don't really care about anything. Like they just want their discount. And so I was like focusing so much on the organization side. I wasn't focused on helping people as much as I should have been. So it's taken me a while to realize, you know, helping my challengers and helping my coaches, the ones that want this, and realizing that it's all about the community. What I fell in love with this business for was the community, and was that passion that people had for helping each other and supporting each other and motivating each other. The missing link for me has, by not continuing to grow and by falling out of diamond so many times, like I don't even pay attention anymore. Like I don't even care about the rank anymore. My focus is back to square one, and is about helping people and getting that passion and having other people have that passion for their own health. And so I think when, like Joni said, when you lose sight of that, you lose it. You just lose it. So the rank and everything is important, and we will talk about that, especially this year moving forward as we grow our businesses. Because in order to grow a business, you got to grow a team, right? Like, all these, like Oprah, she can't be Oprah without her team, right? So we can't have successful businesses, and success doesn't mean millionaire status. Success means, you know, whatever it means to you. Like, to me, I would just like to get, you know, where I replace my full-time income. Like I thought, I don't have my full-time income anymore. I'm at home, and thank goodness God has provided for our family through my husband's job, and has provided enough from BeachBody. But you know, I'm nowhere near where I thought I would be. From a hope and a prayer, it's like, no, you got to actually do some stuff. So, but when you go into it with the passion for your own success and your own health, and the passion for other people's health and success, while doing all these other things to grow the business, that's when I think, you know, I've seen other people, you know, be successful. And that's when I feel I'm the most successful. That's when I feel like I'm growing the team, and I'm doing, and I'm helping people reach the goals that they are going for, whether it be their health goals or whatever. So I think keeping it simple and keeping it with that heart and passion and love for helping is really where you have to stay at. And don't get yourself so caught up in the rank or the Success Club points. Yes, those are all both very important as you know, as you want to grow and become more successful in the business. Again, I'm not saying millionaire status, because you know it's always a select few. But if you want to make $100 a week, if you want to make, you know, whatever it is, you know, that is your success. That is what you define as success. So anyway, so I think Joni and I, even though we have like two kind of different stories, the main point is going back to helping and making sure that you're going back to the basics, and back to the whole point of this is to create that sense of community and to create that you know, that sense of passion and helping. So does that make sense? Sometimes I feel like I just blabber and blubber and nothing makes sense. But anyway, so I kind of printed out some of the things that I think are attainable ways of achieving your goals, like you know, realistic ways of achieving your goals. So I'm going to give you my top 10 tips. So if you guys want to write this down, I'm going to create, here I go with my creative thing, create a slide and share it with everybody. And Joni, you know, you can share it with the girls, your girls too, if you want. So here we go. So these are my top 10 tips for ways of achieving your goals, okay? And I know Gabby's hopping it in too. So Gabby, if you can hear me, hey girl. Okay, so number 1, you want to make a commitment. Okay, so make a commitment. So whatever your goal is, whether your goal is to make something each week, okay, not get a 0 paycheck each week, right? Or your goal is to help 1 person a month or 2 people a month, if you're worried about Success Club or not, whatever. Whatever your goal is, you want to make a commitment to it, just like your job. Just like you're committed to showing up to your job every day because that's how you get a paycheck. The same way you want to show up for your workouts. Show up and drink your Shakeology. Show up and in your challenge groups. And if you don't have a challenge group, if you're just working with 1 person, show up with that 1 person and check in and say, hey girl, hey, how you doing today? You know, a simple text. Like, it doesn't have to be some elaborate, you know, post that has like a beautiful picture and a cool saying on it, you know, like I try to do. Just hi, I'm thinking about you. How are you doing? How cool is it when somebody shows up in your life and asks you how you're doing? So even if you're just working with 1 person, like treat every person that you're working with like you really care, because you do, but let them know you care by showing up, right? And making a commitment to them, making a commitment to your goals. Number 2, keep track of your progress. So keep track of your challengers. However you need to do that. If it's writing it on in a notebook, if it's creating an Excel spreadsheet, if it's using the business activity tracker. So if you're keeping track of your business activities, whatever it is, if you're trying to grow your business, or if you're just trying to help your challengers, or if you're trying to do both, keeping track of that is going to really help you get to where you need to go. Keeping track of your workout, your own personal goals, like your health and fitness goals, right? We got to keep track of our workouts, keep track of your Shakeologies, keep track of your meals, your healthy eating, your water intake, your personal development, how many minutes a day you spend on personal development. We're keeping track in different ways with different things. So is that in line with our goals? And if we're not keeping track of what's in line with our goals, then we need to start, okay? Number 3, break it down. Smaller goals are easier. So you want to break down. So if you have this big goal of achieving Success Club 5, what is it going to take to get to Success Club 5? With the All Access Challenge Pack, you only need to help 2 people with an All Access Challenge Pack, right? So how do we need to get to those people? What do we need to do? What kind of conversations do we need to have? So not just saying willy-nilly, I need to make Success Club 5. All right, let's backtrack and see what exactly do we need to do to get there. So talk to your coach, your upline, me, whoever it is, and ask how to get there if you're having trouble. But break it down, make it smaller. Smaller goals are easier. Okay, number 4, get help. Get help from your upline, get help from your success partner. As far as business goes, let's say it's your health. Let's say you're not able to get to your workouts. Like, you're a coach, right? Coaches don't always get their workouts in. Coaches don't always remember to drink their Shakeology. Coaches don't always remember to read their personal development or whatever. You need to set up either reminders in your phone. I have alarms set throughout the day. I have alarms set, like now it's Tuesdays. Jennifer and I have our weekly meetings. So I have an alarm set in my phone. Every Tuesday, it's going to go off. Are you writing that down, Jennifer, that you remember we're meeting on Tuesday? Anyway, so I have alarms set in my phone to do my workout, to take a shower, whatever you need. Get help in different ways. Have that accountability. Like, one real big reason why people don't achieve their goals is they don't have layers upon layers upon layers of accountability. They haven't told anybody what their goals are, right? So go public. This is part of for the get help is also go public and have accountability. So post it in your support group. Say, you guys, I may be your coach, but I need help getting my water in. I'm not getting all my water in, so I'm telling you to hold myself accountable, and this is what I'm going to do, and then do it. Does that make sense? So you want to be okay with knowing that you don't have to be perfect, and get help in any way you can. You can send your upline, something I wrote down here as far as accountability and getting help. Sending your coach, let's say you, part of your steps to get to your goal, like you're breaking down your smaller goals, is you want to reach out to 5 people a day, 5 new people a day, whatever. Let's just say we're throwing a random number. It could be 1 person a day, whatever it is. It could be 30 people a day. Sending your upline a text message just with the names of the people that you reached out to. Not expecting anything back from them. This is just your way of holding yourself accountable. So you're sending your coach a text. These are the people that I reached out to today, or whatever, So that's one way that you can hold yourself accountable. Be willing. Number 5, be willing to revisit and revise. So plan a time to revisit your goal and revise your goals, because your goals could change. As you learn and as you grow, you might change your goals around, and that's okay. That's good. Like at least you're like still thinking about your goals. How many times have you made a goal and forgotten about it, right? So plan a time, like every 30 days, every 60, 90 days. I personally like every 90 days because that gives you enough time to actually try. Because if you say every 30 days, then you might not be giving yourself enough time to try. So you want to give yourself that time. So I personally like the 90 days, revisiting and revising your goals every 90 days, but do what works best for you. But be willing to do that, because things could change, and be okay with that. Number 6, keep your eye on the prize, right? You gotta visualize, whether that be creating a vision board. I know Jennifer and I, we are big on vision boards, like the old school, like on a poster board, like cutting out of magazines. That's the way I like to do it. Like get back
crafty.
Yeah, right? I love it. So Lindsay Matway.
Yeah.
Yes, Lindsay Matway is starting her vision board group. It starts tomorrow. You can still get into the group. Everybody is welcome to get into the group. There's like probably 1,000 people at this point, but still, I don't know. It was like, go ahead, Jennifer.
There's also a group. There's one for coaches, and then one for people that just want like a vision for their goals for 2017, like uncoach related, I believe.
Okay, yeah, so, you're right.
For anybody that's interested in not just coaching, I guess.
Right. Yep. So there's 2 different groups. So, so vision boards, but also just doing, like, taking a couple minutes to just sit, close your eyes, and visualize, like, how that, once you achieve that goal, how does it feel? Can you smell, like, let's say a vacation, right? Like your goal is to go on, we're going on a Disney cruise in May. And so we're so excited about it again. But anyway, so like smelling like the fresh air, what is like the senses? What are you feeling? What are you seeing? And really put yourself there. And like, whatever that is, like put yourself in that, like I'm sitting on the boat. There's tons of people around me. I feel the air on my face. I can hear all the buzz of all the people and the laughter and the splashing of the water, and, really visualize, like get into it, and do that every single day. That's something that's a very, very effective technique that a lot of successful people, not just coaches, but I'm just saying in the world, like that use that technique. It works really well. So keep your eye on the prize. If you need to write your goal down, what my husband does that he didn't tell me, like I just was in his car one day and I noticed he has a picture of the Disney boat, the cruise ship, taped to his dashboard.
Aww.
Isn't that cool? So every day when he's driving, because he's a pharmaceutical rep, so every day when he's driving, he has that Disney cruise ship taped to his dashboard. So he's constantly aware, this is what I'm working so hard for, to get my family on this cruise ship. I almost cried when I saw it, but anyway. So number 7, be consistent. Routine is key. Just like when you're taking a shower, my routine is I put the shampoo in, and then I rinse it out, and then I put the conditioner in, and then I soap up my body, I wash my face, if I need to shave my legs, and then I rinse the conditioner out, and I go. I do that exact same routine every single time. It's like I don't have to think about it, right? I can think about everything else that I want to think about when I'm in the shower, because I know I'm going to get everything done because I do the exact same routine every single day. So when you get into a routine, when I need to send out 5 messages to 5 new people today. So you send out 5 new messages. Like when you get into this routine, I need to reach out and say, hi, how are you? Do 5 of my challengers, or 5 people that I need to follow up with. When you're in a routine, like let's say while you're drinking your coffee or whatever, when you're consistent like that, that's when you are able to achieve your goals. Number 8, let your goals grow up. So this sounds so funny, but life changes and so will your goals, okay? So be okay with that. And be okay with modifying as you go. So in your 20s, your goals were way different than they are now. Well, Jennifer, some of us are not in our 20s anymore.
Far from it.
Yeah. Some of us, I'm turning 39, so I'm almost in my 40s, but I'm turning 39 on Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday? Anyway, whatever. Your goals are going to change, and be okay with that, and get excited about the learning process as your goals grow, and don't put so much stress and anxiety on yourself to reach your goals. Yes, you want to have a time stamp, and you want to say, I want to reach it by here, by this date. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. The world's not going to end, just revisit and revise. Number 9, focus on positive thinking. Don't be a negative Nancy. Negative Nancys don't get very far in life. Okay. Positive Pollies, they have way more fun, I think, and they tend to accomplish more, or at least they have fun doing it, right? So complainers don't advance. Like, we don't like the complainers in our lives. We don't like the negative Nancys in our lives. It just weighs us down, and it stops us from achieving more. So if you look at Oprah, I keep going back to Oprah, but I'm sure she can be negative sometimes. We all can be negative sometimes. But on the bigger scheme, she is all about personal development and all about being happy and finding the fullness and fulfillment in your life, and focusing on the positive, right? So many successful people, they are focusing on the positive, and that's a much better way of living your life. That's what we're all about, right? Is finding health and wellness and fulfillment in our life, right? So we want to focus on positive thinking, and that goes into personal development too. So number 9 is focus on positive thinking and include personal development into that. And then number 10, the last one, is celebrate every success. I said the Go Me dance. So whenever something exciting happens, my big dream is to have a bunch of super successful people on my team, whether that be 15-star diamond, whatever that is. It would be great to be 15-star diamond, but I just want everybody on my team to be successful and happy and feeling fulfilled, right? So every step along the way, so when somebody reaches their like weight goal, or they feel really good, I do like, go me, go me. I do like a little go me dance. And so that's my way of celebrating every little success and having fun along the way, and not feeling so overwhelmed by this big goal, like this Success Club legend, right? And, so just celebrate along the way and enjoy the journey, because life can be tough. And if anybody knows this, Joni's had a really tough year. So she knows how tough, and we all have tough things going on in our life. So we need to look at our business and look at BeachBody as our escape, as our enjoyment and fulfillment and like excitement. And oh my gosh, who do I get to work with today? Like, who can I help today? Because my life sucks right now. Like,
let me help people.
Yeah. It's so much more fun to help people. So when you kind of reframe it and don't say, I need to help so many people so that I can reach Success Club. No, if you're like, I don't really like what's happening, like there's a lot of negativity. There's a big dark cloud over my life, but my BeachBody world, let me please like just have fun and enjoy this. You know what I mean? So if you start to change the way you look at this business, and this opportunity or whatever, you can have so much more fun with it, and you can enjoy those little successes along the way. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope you can get something from those tips. But I just want to thank you so much for being here. I know we kind of went way over what I was hoping, but I hope you got something from this.
So thank you for doing it.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Yay. So, anybody have any water or tea or wine left?
LaCroix.
We got some tea.
Want me to redo the same toast for the people that didn't hear it on the recording?
Yeah, I love it. Do it.
We weren't recording, so this is, again, kind of related to ocean waves in Florida, but you can raise your glass if you have anything left. May your joys be as deep as the ocean, and your misfortunes as light as its foam. May the tide of fortune float us into the harbor of content. May bad fortune follow you all your days and never catch up with you. May we all have the unspeakable good fortune to win a true heart and the merit to keep it. So the point is, cheers to health and happiness and success, but may you stay true to your character and integrity while following your passion to help others.
I love
Cheers.
it.
Love it.
Yay!
I was just going to say, with Jamy, with all your awesome top 10 tips, I think the real message is community and helping others and really relying on your success partner and your teammates. And I know that Tammy and Kim can relate because they're friends of mine from our church, but community is such a big thing. So there's a lot of things that you can do on your own and personal development, but really community and relying on others and having that accountability and to help is quite awesome. So I hope that everyone is able to make these calls when we do them, because I think that's definitely an added plus, is the element of community. And that's, I think, why BeachBody is so awesome. So even though it's an online network, bringing it real to real people and having that time to touch base is definitely helpful.
It really is. And I think that's what's kind of been missing, for me, is I haven't really, because I'm kind of an introvert, whether people, believe me or not.
No way.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I get my energy from being alone. Like, I've become such a homebody. The older I get, I just want to be at home with my husband and my kids. But I love being able to do this, and I like to be able to connect with other coaches and to build, like you said, this sense of community. And that's what BeachBody started as. It started as an online community, and that's why it's grown to where it is because all these teams have created their own little subcultures and, their little teams, and they've named their teams, and we all have, like, I have a name for my team, and Jennifer has a name for her team, and Joni has a name for her team, because we want people to feel like they're a part of something bigger than just being at home. Just buying a DVD at Walmart, let's be honest, right? Because anybody can get a pretty decent workout at Walmart, but you don't finish it and you don't get success from it because you don't have that community of support and that motivation, that sense of belonging. So that's, so I definitely agree that that's really what I would love to see us grow to, is to keep these calls going and to keep building and getting more people on these calls. And this has been great. Like the fact that everybody showed up tonight, I mean, this is an awesome call. So thank you guys so much. So cheers to you, thumbs up, and great job for being on. So does anybody have any questions or anything?
I have two.
Okay, good.
First of all, how often are you guys doing these? Once a month? Are you thinking?
So I personally want to do once a month. So okay. I'm committing to once a month.
Works for me. I was just wondering. And number two, do either of you know if there's anywhere where we can get a copy, like downloaded on our computer, of the calendars for the Shakeology recipes?
I have them on my website.
Do you have them is it a PDF form?
Yep. They should be.
Cool. Okay. That's easy enough.
Yeah, CoachJamy.com/Shakeology. And down at the bottom, they're down there. They should be PDF. They might be pictures, but
that's fine. Even if they're pictures, I can take out all of mine and take pictures of them, but I was just wondering if there was something easier.
I was going to say, doesn't the Shakeology website, do you mean beyond, they have the calendar printout and calendar form?
That's what I meant. Yeah. Do they have them on the website too?
I think they do. I've seen them, but maybe it's not directly on the Shakeology website, but I know that I've seen it there, and I think it is a PDF form. So
okay, I'll have to search for it because I'm going to put
now, would you have, Jamy? Calendar form?
I see hers. They're in the calendar form, but they're just pictures on your actual thing. I can't click on them, but you can send them to me. You can probably send them to me.
Oh, yeah, I'll send them to you. But
actually, I can just screenshot them. I'm good. I got this. Okay. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna post them in my health bet group, so everybody can have a ton of options.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Anything else before we sign off?
I think that's it.
Okay, well, thanks. Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month. Have a great month.
Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Happy New Year. I'm ending the recording now.
Okay, alrighty.
Find out stop. There we go.